everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today I am in the kitchen getting ready for canning. But some of you have asked for me to show you what do I do when I get ready for canning. So I decided I would take you along and I will add this to my food preservation playlist. Okay, so this is just showing you what I do to prep and get ready for canning. All right. So now what I have done in my sink right here, in both sides of my sink, I have added, this is nothing but hot water right here. No cool warm water, just straight hot water. And I have some dish soap and I have a cap full of bleach in each side, okay? And what I'm about to do, roll my sleeves up. I'm about to get my canning jars in this hot water. Okay, this is a case of quart-sized jars. These are new, but even if they were not new, they were jars I've always had just sitting on my shelf, I would do this process the exact same way. So I just take out my jar. I open, take off the band. I don't really worry about the band at this point. I'll just drop it back in the box. But my lid and my jar, it all goes in this hot water here. And I submerge them in the hot water. Oops. There we go. Remember, this water's hot. So I'm getting them in. And I can typically get 5 jars in each side, maybe 6. And I submerge them in that hot water. And then I move on to the other side. I got to maneuver them. What I will do is allow them to sit and just soak in this hot water for about 10-15 minutes or so. And then I'm going to come back and I am going to wash them. Okay? But I let them sit in this hot water with a little bit of bleach. Just a cap full of bleach in a sink full of water. I let them sit here like that. And that's my way of making sure that they are clean. And then come back and I'll wash them, rinse them well. Okay? All right. So my jars have been sitting in here for about 20 minutes. The water has cooled down quite a bit. And really and truly, I would just take my towel and just clean and wipe over my jars. My hands can't fit all the way inside of these jars, so I'll just take my little brush right here and go inside and just clean the inside of my jars. Make sure they have water in them while I'm doing this. And I just use my little brush to clean them. Real simple though. Not a difficult process. It's just getting it done. You're just making sure that they're good and clean. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do, because I still have hot water in here and more jars to clean out, I'm just going to sit these jars over here in this strainer for now until I get them all out of at least one side. And then I'll come back and give them a rinse. And I'm trying to be careful not to splash this bleach water on my clothes. And yeah, this water is still kind of hot. You can see You can still see the smoke coming from it. Yeah. Now, if these jars had been used, they would still be clean, because after using jars, if I open a jar for anything and take any product out of it, I'm going to wash it and clean it anyway. So it's not going to have food or anything on it, but I just want to make sure that putting fresh product in, I want to make sure that my jars are nice and clean. You just can't be too safe when you are canning and preserving food, okay? Because remember, this is for your food pantry, food storage, whether it be short-term or long-term food storage. You don't want to run the risk of having some old stuck-on food in a jar, and then you want to put your fresh food in that. That could end real bad. Okay, so got one more jar in here. All right, now this side is empty right here. Now what I'm going to do now is let the water out of one side. I'm going to keep this side is still hot. This is the side over here I usually drain everything on, so I'm just going to move everything over. Lids and all. All right, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and rinse these jars. Give them a good rinse. Don't use too much bleach, y'all, because you don't want your jars smelling like bleach after you wash them. So just make sure it's just a cap full, okay? Just a cap full of bleach. I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting these washed up, and I'll bring you back in a second. Okay, so these jars have now been washed. I have my funnel, magnet, debubbler in this hot water here. And I'm gonna go ahead and give these jars a rinse. And just put these back in the sink. Now I'm going to come back over and just give my funnel a wash. And it's not really necessary to wash the magnet. I just do it. I think everything is a really habit once I get started. And all of this is just the tools that I'm going to be using from my canning tool kit, okay? And I will give these things a rinse. Rinse them good. And next step. Okay, so once my jars and my tools are clean, I pull out these. These are my dish drying mats right here, okay? And you could buy these from any dollar store. I got mine from the Dollar General. You can find them at Walmart, where they have the dish baskets and all of that. These things are so super thick. I got these when they did the Christmas sale last year. I forgot how much I paid for them, but I think they were like pennies on the dollar. I didn't pay a lot for them, and I got like 7 or 8 of them. And I don't think I paid more than $1 for each one. Let me see. Maybe like 50 cents. Could have been less than that. But anyway, this is what I use. When I'm canning, when I'm taking my jars out of the canner, I use these because they're thick enough to where I don't have to worry about damaging my countertops. And I use these after I wash my jars. Let me show you. I'm just going to put this on my counter like so. And I start grabbing all my jars and I turn them upside down. And these are perfect for this. Look at there. They go on there perfectly. See? I'm going to take my bands. I'm going to take these bands and drop them in that water. Not to really give them like a wash or anything, but just to rinse them off. They could be dusty. So just rinse them off. And there we go. This mat holds 12 jars. And I got my lids in here. I'm going to take my funnel and my supplies out. Yes, I am. Make some room for my funnel. And sit those tools there. And boom. I'm set. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. So, let me just take these rings out. Just want to give them a quick wash over. Because they could, like I say, they could be dusty. Okay, so now I forgot to wash my lids. And I don't use that nylon brush on them. I just use my little towel right here. And just wash them off. Get them all cleaned up. Just make sure they're clean. And then once I get these done, I'm going to give these a rinse as well. And that's it. That's all my lids. Just giving them a rinse. Now, on my other mat, I just take all my lids and I just put these babies on the mat here. And they all fit on here just fine. And there they will stay until I'm ready. Another thing that I like to do that I forgot to mention is during this process, I like to take my finger and just run it around the rim of my jar. And that makes sure that I don't have any cracks or nicks. Because if you have cracks or nicks, this will not seal. Okay, you will not get a seal on this jar. You will not be able to put that product on the shelf. If you do not get a seal, you would have to put it in the refrigerator and eat it. So the best thing to do to prevent that failed seal is to just check the rims. Simple. Do it for every jar. And as long as you don't feel any cracks, any scratches, if something catches your hand as you're doing this, don't can it with that jar, okay? It should be nice and smooth all the way around. That's it. All right, y'all, that's going to do it. That's how I get my jars and supplies ready for canning. I'm not actually canning until tomorrow morning, but getting your supplies together the night before will make it easy, especially if you got a lot to do. So this is my first 12. I have another case of 12 at the bottom down there that I'm getting ready to do the same thing too, because I got a feeling I'm going to need them. So you all stay tuned. We will be doing some canning. All right, y'all. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we upload to our channel. Thank you all so much for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I'm going to see y'all in the canning videos.